Good afternoon and welcome to Hornets Field on the campus of Harris-Stowe State University for this American Midwest Conference Women's Soccer Tournament quarterfinal match between the number 6 seeded Mustangs of Central Baptist College and the 3rd seeded Hornets of Harris-Stowe State University.
Welcome inside the TV network. We have got a big-time matchup here in the quarterfinals of the American Midwest Conference Soccer Tournament. It's Central Baptist College and the Mustangs, the number 6 seed, traveling here to St. Louis. A beautiful afternoon for some soccer. The Hornets, the number 3 seed, they were the tourney, and Robert Stelzer. Central Baptist is led by their director of soccer operations, Lance Gordon. Their goalkeeper, or their goal coach, is Dylan Perdue, and assisting Lance Gordon is Tabo Masoga. On that staff, the Mustangs have scored 20 goals on the year, given up 36. It's been a dominant season for Harris-Stowe with 48 goals to just 16 given up on the season. I'm Colin Surrey alongside you on the TV network, and let's get right into those starting lineups for Central Baptist College and the Mustangs. The Mustangs will start with Jamie Self in net. She's a 5'9" senior keeper from Benton, Arizona, 42 of 60 in save attempts on the year. That's 70%, a 5-4-1 record as the starter, so a very good record as the starter for Jamie Self. She has 4 total shutouts on the year, 2 of them of the solo variety. Also in the starting lineup, it'll be Kenzie Parker, a junior forward from Harrison, Arkansas, with 1 goal and 1 assist on the year. Samara Hernandez is a sophomore midfielder from Little Rock, Arkansas, with 4 goals and 0 assists on the year. By the way, Central Baptist coming in from just north of Little Rock, so no surprise to see so much Arkansas flavor in this roster. Lexi Sangmanovig is a freshman from Fort Smith, Arkansas. Isabel Petrangelo, a senior forward from Brazil. Sierra Victory, a freshman midfielder from Vilonia, Arkansas. Jade Love, a sophomore defender from Sherwood, Arkansas. Victoria Loyola, a freshman forward from Brazil with 2 goals and 8 assists on the year. Those 8 assists lead the club. Amanda Pereiras is a freshman defender from Brazil, fielder from Vilonia, Arkansas. For Harris-Stowe, they will start with Andrea Montgomery in net. The junior keeper is from Louisville, Kentucky, went to Male Academy. 28 saves on 40 shots against her. That's a 70% save percentage. 5 total shutouts. 2 of them have been combined, so 3 solo shutouts for Andrea Montgomery on the year. Rosa Shellman also in the starting lineup. She's a sophomore defender / midfielder from Germany. Anna Schulte, a freshman midfielder from Germany. And we'll get to the rest of that starting lineup after our national anthem. The rest of those starters for Harris-Stowe look like this. Rachel Manley, a senior midfielder from Dublin, Ireland, leads the team. 12 goals on the season, 5 assists as well for Rachel Manley. She is lethal in the attacking third. Madeline Bodwig is a sophomore midfielder from Germany with 2 goals and 2 assists on the year. Mary Grace Angeli, a sophomore forward from right here in St. Louis with 8 goals and 4 assists on the year. Katana Richards, a freshman freshman midfielder in the starting lineup with 1 goal on the season. Yasmina Dressen, a sophomore midfielder from Germany. Lillian Ruckaburley is a senior defender, also from Germany. Sarah Pablos, a freshman midfielder from Madrid, Spain. And that 11th starter for Harris-Stowe is Annika Fischer, a senior midfielder from Germany. So again, Harris-Stowe comes in with a record of 11-4-1 over. It was Central Baptist that took the decision over Harris-Stowe. That was played down in Arkansas, a home game for the Mustangs. They got goals from Pereiras and Hawkins. Pereiras' goal was assisted by Loyola, and Hawkins had her goal assisted by Pereiras. So Central Baptist would love to get those two going. They have been the main sources of offense on this team, really that trio that we just mentioned for Central Baptist. So they will look to get them involved once again here on a blustery day. You can probably hear that wind blowing right into my microphone here in Midtown St. Louis on, again, what is an absolutely gorgeous afternoon, especially for the people that are watching this soccer match about to take place. Now, the players that are playing in it, we'll have to see if they might suffer from some cramping and maybe a little bit too warm for these players out here, as we are mid to high 70s. This temperature is actually still going up as we move into the afternoon hours, but nonetheless, it'll be a really exciting day for quarterfinal AMC action. This wind is blowing from left to right across the field, so we will certainly keep note of which direction each team is going and how that will affect their advantage in terms of scoring here today. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to our crew here on ATV, Vidal and Marquise helping us out, and also, of course, Andre Holman doing an excellent job bringing all of this production together. And excited to bring this one to you here today between Harris-Stowe State University and Central Baptist College. Just about this is a Harris-Stowe team that was the runner-up last year in this conference tournament. They are trying to come away with it all here this season. Harris-Stowe comes out in the white jerseys, playing at home. Central Baptist in the blue. Central Baptist will have the wind at their back in this first half as we get started. First 45 minutes of action set to commence. Harris-Stowe will work against this wind in the opening half. Rachel Manley tried to serve one into the box there. Mary Grace Angeli coming down for it, working along the end line, could not keep it in. Actually, that was offside right there against the Hornets. But pushing the pace early. And you can bet that that was a point of emphasis for Scott Vorwald and his club, considering the way that things went last time. It was 1-0 at halftime. And then Central Baptist added an insurance goal in that second half. But you can bet that he wanted to place an emphasis on starting strong in this one. And even if Harris-Stowe is unable to come up with that goal in the early first 5 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes, if they can at least put Central Baptist on their heels and show them that this is not going to be easy, that would be the kind of tone that Harris-Stowe is looking to set. Just over a minute and a half through. Throw-in coming here from Katana Richards. Into the box here. Angeli could not quite get there. Conservatively playing it over the end line. Ashley Holtquist gives up the corner kick, and Harris-Stowe will have the first dangerous set-piece opportunity of the first half. Corner kick comes from this near side. It will be Yasmina Dressen to take it. Dressen 3 goals, 5 assists on the year for the sophomore from Germany. Here it comes, and that one is taken out of midair by Jamie Self, and a good job to keep from there being a rebound opportunity as well by Self, showing good hands. The senior from Benton, Arkansas. This one comes all the way deep into the Harris-Stowe end. And in net for the Hornets, it's Andrea Montgomery. These two keepers have posted identical records on, or excuse me, not records, but save percentages on the year. It's 70%, and now it will be a corner kick opportunity for Central Baptist, coming off the heels of the first of the game for Harris-Stowe. Right-footed in swinger. It's into the side of the net. Goal kick for Harris-Stowe. Again, this wind blowing forcefully from left to right into the face of Harris-Stowe in this first half. Bring back Lillian Ruckaburley, the senior from Germany, to boot this one away. Try to feed it over the top. Center back for Harris-Stowe with a mistake as Annika Fisher goes down, and it's wide of the net. Victoria Loyola with 2 goals and 8 assists on the year, a golden opportunity. But it goes by the wayside, and again, with this wind at the back of Central Baptist College, that feels like an even bigger missed opportunity as that ball went right underneath the foot of Annika Fisher in the back line. A rare mistake from the senior. And now Harris-Stowe looking for a quick counter after the goal kick. Have a foul going against Central Baptist, so restart coming here from about 35 yards out for the Hornets. Just over 5 minutes through the first half now, 39:50 and counting to go in the opening half. This is Rosa Shellman. The sophomore has 3 goals and 3 assists on the year. Good balance of scoring and playmaking ability as she serves this one up over the crossbar and maybe a bit wide to this near side. Self did not have to worry about that one. Now she has the goal kick. Will instead sit away, and now Fisher trying to recover from that misplay. Dressen comes back for Richards. Katana showing off the footwork, but played it out over this near side. Mustangs will get the throw in. So already a boost of confidence for this Central Baptist team, knowing that they were able to defeat this very formidable Harris-Stowe squad during the regular season. Lots of contact there as Jade Love hit the deck. The Sherwood, Arkansas native still down on the ground, as our referee will come to tend to her now. Was going to be Dressen to throw it in. She leaves it off for Richards now. Stoppage in play here as the moving stuff here, sorry. 1 second. Bring it back in 5 here. Welcome back to first half action between Harris-Stowe State University and Central Baptist College. You're watching the American Midwest Conference quarterfinals. Harris-Stowe hosting as the number 3 seed over the number 6 seed Central Baptist. Throw in over the far side from Petrangelo, Isabel Petrangelo, a senior from Brazil, as they boot it deep towards the corner, played out. It'll be a deep throw upcoming for Central Baptist, working with the wind in their favor in this first half. That was Amanda Pereiras going up for that one first. This one comes back towards the net of Harris-Stowe and played out last touch by Central Baptist for the goal kick. My apologies to Jacquees on camera, doing a great job. Got his name incorrect, but that's why I got my guy Vidal to help me out. With our great crew here on TV. Throw in from the near side for Central Baptist. They've had a strong start in this one, nearly 10 minutes through, and we talked about Harris-Stowe wanting to set the tone in the early going. Of course, that very difficult to do when this wind is blowing, and I should say it's forcefully blowing, not just your regular 5 to 10 mile per hour wind. This one around 10 to 15 miles per hour, so certainly affects things in a big way. And even though this wind is in the face of Harris-Stowe, they're making a run up the far side here and broken up there at the last second by Singh Manavong. Good settle and control into the middle of the field. Left-footed shot, and it's saved by Jamie Self. Self clapping her hands in approval of her defense. She got a good look at that shot coming in. Great pace on it. And now a corner kick upcoming for the Hornets. Right-footed out swinger here. Looking for the far post. It floats over the head of the Harris-Stowe player marked on that side. Manley went back with it. Great ball through, but it's offside. Shot went off the post. It did not matter as it was offsides called on Harris-Stowe, but they certainly showed some things in that last possession, unlocking things down the far sideline and then creating a couple of nice chances there. Richards, nice settle near midfield for the Hornets. Played through the back line. Ruckaburley has to retreat for it. Wind helping push it back towards that corner. This natural field taken nice care of. Pretty tightly mown grass, so the ball has some very good pace on it. Typically you would expect an artificial surface to play much faster than a natural one. However, this natural surface a little bit closer to that pace that you might see from that artificial surface. This is Rachel Manley trying to work her way to the ball. She could not, though. Amanda Pereiras playing it to the far side. Petrangelo feeds it through, and Fisher is there to guide it to her keeper, Montgomery. The junior from Louisville drop kicks it up the far sideline, and it goes out for the Central Baptist throw. And in the process of getting Jacquees' name right, I got my trusty partner Vidal's name incorrect. We'll get it all nailed down here as we go along here. Vidal doing a great job getting us on the air. Throw in from the far side coming for Harris-Stowe. Bailey Williams to get it out. High-level soccer between these two, as you would expect in conference tournament play, both of these teams knowing what's at stake. And offsides called on Yasmina Dressen. Dressen provides such great energy for this Harris-Stowe team. She's constantly working, and one of those players that gives just as much effort in the attacking third as she does at midfield and in defense. Feed it ahead, Rachel Manley, a burst of speed to run underneath that one, being defended by Holtquist. The end line now turns back. Nearly a third of the way through our first half. 30 minutes, 35 seconds remain in it as Jamie Self gets set to kick it away. No score between these two. Saw one big chance for Central Baptist so far in this one. Victoria Loyola had a huge opportunity on a ball that got past the last line of defense for Harris-Stowe, one-on-one, and she was unable to beat the keeper, Montgomery. Nice ball over the top. Manley gets to it, right-footed shot, and it's saved on a couple hops. Good job to go down for it by Jamie Self. Self has shown some good things in this first half for Central Baptist. Kicks it away with the wind at her back, and that's going to bound over the head of the defense of Harris-Stowe all the way to Montgomery, and that will be an easy thing to do from that goal positioned at the left side of your screen here today. You can see the difference. Montgomery putting a good leg into that one, and it just dies coming up about 10 yards shy of midfield. Throw in Hornets here. Flicked along but out. Now the Mustangs. A chance to mount something here. Petrangelo puts it back in play. Back and forth with throw-ins. Now Harris-Stowe. Sun is out here in St. Louis, Missouri. You would not believe that it is the month of November. It feels like a warm spring afternoon. A great one to enjoy some soccer. Still waiting to get things restarted here. 28 minutes, 21 seconds left to play in the first half as we get things going again. Throw it back in once again for Harris-Stowe. Manley trying to play it forward. Pinballs around a few times, and now Bailey Williams plays in there. Manley comes away with it, plays it behind Dressen. She retreats and able to get it back to Rachel Manley. Hornets working with a huge wind in their face of about 15 miles per hour as it was taken away by Central Baptist. Now right through the middle, that one goes right on net from Lillian Ruckaburley and into the breadbasket of Self. Jamie Self's nice first half continues. Seen a couple of chances for Anna Schulte in this one for Harris-Stowe. And now the Hornets work up the far side with Manley. Trying to get it back to her, and it's out off of the Mustangs once again. So first 5 minutes were owned by Harris-Stowe, and then Central Baptist was able to respond for maybe those next 5, and now Harris-Stowe continuing to put pressure on. Dressen heads that one towards the net, but not enough on it to cause any issues for Self. Settled nicely there by Sarah Pablos. Pablos gets it back for Ruckaburley. And able to find Shellman up the far side. Ruckaburley blasts it ahead now into that wind. Throw in, and with this wind working into the face of Harris-Stowe, it takes at least a couple of touches to get it back towards midfield. Maybe hope that the Mustangs can put a little pressure on here. Jade Love will leave it for Bailey Williams to throw in. Dressen will make the Mustangs do it again. Pablos got a foot to that one. And now Angeli trying to get it to herself, but Singh Manavong was there. High bouncing ball to Montgomery, and that's something that both of these keepers are going to have to look out for in this one. Obviously Montgomery in this half, but you are not safe even on that ball that bounces in front of you as a keeper with the wind behind. A little topspin on that ball, and it can go right over your head and sneak under the crossbar. More than possible. Working hard over that far side as it allowed Marley Lamoureux to get back into the play. But Hornets still putting some really good pressure on right here with Sarah Pablos, excuse me. Richards comes in to mix it up. Now Manley playing it out wide. Shellman. Schulte. That was Manley flicking it back towards the midfield. Shellman had that pass deflected. It's Pereira that steps in the way. Excuse me, Pereiras. Amanda Pereiras with 7 goals on the year, one of those coming against Harris-Stowe in the regular season. Hornets throw. Shellman throws it in. That whistle goes against Loyola. She can't believe it. Hands on the back of her head. And now Lillian Ruckaburley will come to take the free kick. Wind into her face as she floats it near the 18. Comes to the feet of Schulte. Her shot attempt is blocked. Manley tries to settle. Partially cleared, but Richards able to keep it in there. Katana still battling. Got it back for Pablos. Rachel Manley trying to turn through the defense, but could not. Annika Fisher. Pablos. This comes for Montgomery. Richards finds Pablos. Sarah. Great ball for Yasmina Dressen, but look at the speed from Samara Hernandez. The sophomore from Little Rock couldn't quite make the play. That shot goes into the side of the net with Jamie Self well off of her line. And that one did not get back to the net to be on goal, but I wonder if that gust of wind that you may have heard come right into this microphone, wonder if that gust affected that play at all for Yasmin. Another one of those high bounding goal kicks, end to end. And now Harris-Stowe has a goal kick of their own. It's Ruckaburley. And now Shellman came to the feet of Holtquist, who gets it out wide for Petrangelo for the Mustangs. Quick touch, and now a great ball, and it's a goal scored by Vittoria Loyola. She makes up for her missed chance earlier in the match. Loyola's third of the season has put Central Baptist on the board, and Harris-Stowe finds themselves exactly where they were earlier in the year, down 1-0 in the first half against these Mustangs. What a beautiful ball that was to Vittoria Loyola, who scores the goal. Montgomery racing out from her line to try to cut off the angle, but could not do so in time. And Central Baptist is going to step up and take this one. Again, it will be a right-footed outswinger. She was going for the back post last time. That is where the majority of the Hornets are lined up. Instead, it comes near post. Near miss there for Anna Schulte coming in, and got a player for the Mustangs down inside the box with a heavy collision. And that will stop the clock here. 16:55 left to play in the first half as they tend to the injured Mustangs. Central Baptist on the board with a Vittoria Loyola goal, her third of the year, 1-0. We'll be back with the rest of the first half right here on ATV. Number 3 seed Harris-Stowe down 1-0 to the number 6 seed Central Baptist after the Mustangs got a goal from Vittoria Loyola. here in the first half to make it 1-0. Harris-Stowe has had a couple of opportunities, none all that threatening. 2 of them for the Mustangs, and they do cash in on the second of those 2 big chances. Now maybe a chance of their own for the Hornets, as a corner kick for Yasmina Dressen is upcoming. Right-footed in-swinger. This time for the German. Sends it towards the far post, headed just wide of the net into the side of the netting for the goal kick. Ashley Holtquist kicks it away. Manley, nice little spin turn on the ball. Pablos changes direction, able to find her teammate on the far side, looking for Manley in the middle. Couldn't get it to her, and now Schulte going back out wide, looking for Mara Waltrich. Waltrich, another German, a sophomore, into the match now for Harris-Stowe. Lots of international flavor on this roster for Scott Vorwalt. Throw in over the far sideline. One there as it comes to the feet of Samara Hernandez, but she'll just play it out conservatively with Yasmina Dressen closing in. Richards throws with less than 14 minutes to play here in the first half. Dressen and Manley working together. Taken off of their feet by Julissa Aravallo. Julissa Aravallo was the player that was shaken up during that last stoppage in play for Central Baptist. So nice to see her back in action. Did not miss any time. Stayed on the pitch the whole way. Schulte goes back with this one. Ruckaburley trying to hook up with Mary Grace. Could not. Again, that's Williams controlling here. Little forearm shiver to fend off the Harris-Stowe player in Schulte. Pereiras goes to the turf, and the whistle goes against the Hornets. And now Shellman plays it up that far sideline, giving chase, but there's Self well off her line to take care of it. Rosa Shellman plays it out. Throw in from Petrangelo. Waltrich trying to get it to Manley. Manley able to step in and make a play there. Dressen trying to feed it ahead to her, but that will have too much on it. Rachel Manley not quite on the Hornets defense. Now Bailey Williams gets it into the middle of the field for Pereiras. Bit of a mistouch there, and now Waltrich has it for Harris-Stowe. Good ball here for Manley. Rachel gets past a defender, and a good job by Marley Lamoureux to step up, but Manley sticks with it. Rachel Manley could not get there before Jamie Self falls on it with 10 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the first half. Rachel Manley threatening, but Self has been up to the task thus far in the first half with the wind into the face of Harris-Stowe. They'll have it at their back in the second. Petrangelo could not quite make that defensive play. Now a burst of speed from Mary Grace Angeli up the far sideline. slams on the brakes, cuts it back inside, now back up to the end line. Lost her defender completely as it goes over that end line for the corner kick. Great work by Mary Grace Angeli, the local product with 8 goals and 4 assists on the year, creating a set piece with less than 10 minutes to play in the half now. Will be Rosa Shellman to come over and take this one once again. This is the 3rd corner that she has taken from that far side, swinging it out with her right foot each time. So the Mustangs escape unharmed once again. And now a nice ball, but Fisher guiding that one to Montgomery. It was Vittoria Loyola threatening on the run once more, and it's interesting that Loyola is really playing at that removed striking position more often than not, it feels like, in this first half. And I haven't had the pleasure of getting to call any of the Central Baptist games yet this year, but just judging by the numbers, you would think she's a little bit more removed to play that playmaking role as Angeli makes a run. Great slide tackle at the last second by Holtquist to send it over the end line. Will be a corner kick upcoming. Dressen will go over and take it for Harris-Stowe. But Loyola has really been at the forefront of the attack and on the end, on the finishing end of a lot of these balls. An emphasis maybe where they felt like they could get her some scoring opportunities. That has been the case, as she's the one who has the goal to make it 1-0 so far in this first half. Yasmina Dressen to take this corner with 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in the half, and that one almost went straight in. It bounced off the post. Angeli tried to settle it, and it is cleared ultimately by the Mustangs. Incredibly close there. Montgomery off her line to keep another opportunity. The Arkansas native, she's a sophomore. Richards throws it in for Rachel Manley. Schulte, nice turn on the ball. The German, a long shot and goal! What a shot by Anna Schulte. Her 11th goal of the year has equalized us at 1 with 6 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first half. Anna Schulte lets it rip. To this Central Baptist team. That has to feel like a huge relief for this team, knowing that, look, we have finally gotten on the board against these Mustangs. I think a clock issue here is they're going to add some more time back to the clock here in the first half. A foul coming against the Mustangs just outside of the 18, so another dangerous set piece for Harris-Stowe with just over 6 minutes to go in the half. Looks like the Mustangs will elect to go with a 4-woman wall here. Rosa Shellman is lined up to take this free kick. She has Mary Grace Angeli. If she elects to play it short to her left, to her right is Rachel Manley. Lined up along the end line, there are 5 Hornets lined up along this near post. Rosa Shellman puts it on the ground, past the wall, and on the rebound, it's just wide. I believe that was Rachel Manley that poked it wide of the net. But it plays it to this near side. Katana Richards comes back for Fisher. Annika Fisher surveying through the middle of the field. Mary Grace Angeli controlling masterfully. Up the sideline, not quite on the same page as Dressen that time. Schulte gets it for Sarah Pablos. Ruckaburley. Bailey Williams now for Central Baptist. Rachel Manley steps in and wins the ball. Shellman comes back for Ruckaburley. Ruckaburley two-hops it into the waiting arms of Jamie Self. And Anna Schulte with a highlight reel goal to equalize us at 1. Pablos plays it towards that far sideline. It's out for another Mustangs throw. Pablos has it here for Harris-Stowe. Quick touch to the outside for Manley, trying to get it up for Mary Grace Angeli. She was triple teamed, however, by Central Baptist. Good communication out on the field, and that's something that is at a premium on a day like today. I would say, in my opinion, that's something you don't really think about when there's so much wind. It makes it harder to hear everything that's going on. You got that wind whipping into your ears. And of course, a nice crowd on hand here as well at Harris-Stowe State University for quarterfinal action in the American Midwest Conference. 2 minutes remain in this first half as Aravalo comes back. Now it's Williams. This is Amanda Pereiras. Comes for Lamoureux. Going back with it. This is dangerous. Mary Grace Angeli. A little bit too much of a shoulder that time. The whistle goes against her with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the half. Schulte motoring to this near side, able to get there before it comes out. Richards will go up the sideline for Yasmina Dressen. Dressen finding Schulte, continuing her run up that sideline, and now out with a minute 10 to go in the half. Richards throws in. Manley towards the corner. Hornets able to get there and keep it in. Into the box. Angeli couldn't locate it. Schulte took a swing, had it blocked, and now able to clear it for the Mustangs with under 30 seconds to go. Look at this one popped up into the air. The wind brought that one straight down. In fact, I would not be surprised if that ball went over the end line, came back across the crossbar into play again. With as much as this wind is blowing, had a little backspin on it as well, helped it pop it and float it up into that wind. And now the final seconds running off the clock in this first half. Victoria Loyola made it 1-0 for the Mustangs, and the Hornets able to strike back. It was a strike off the right foot of Anna Schulte. The freshman's 11th goal of the year has tied us at 1-1. So we go to the break. We'll have the second half for you right here on ATV. You're watching from St. Louis, Missouri. This is the American Midwest Conference quarterfinals. 2. A big thank you to Vidal helping us out in production, making the show go, and Jacquees up on the camera. Of course, Andre Holman making this whole thing run. Great work from all of those guys making this possible as the wind continues to be a huge factor in this contest, now at the back of Harris-Stowe as we start the second half. And we talked about it a little bit at the end of that first half, just how big it was for Anna Schulte to net that equalizing goal. And you could see it in the energy levels of the huddles of these two teams at halftime, as well as already the Hornets have created a corner kick opportunity. They will send Yasmina Dressen out to take it, a right-footed in-swinger. A lot of animation from Scott Vorwald preaching to his bunch what he wanted to see in this half, and that was a great ball in. A good job to head it away at the last second. I believe that was the head of Amanda Pereiras. They got it out of there, right back into the box. All kinds of contact, no whistle. Harris-Stowe wanting that penalty kick, and it will not come. A stoppage in play for the injury. The player down in the box, I believe, is Rosa Shellman. Sophomore defender, also plays some midfield from Germany, with the cart coming out to take a look at her. So we'll go ahead and take a quick break. Just getting going here in the second half, 43 minutes and 48 seconds left to play in regulation of this one. We're tied at 1. You're watching TV. Around the wall, and that is off of a Hornet out of bounds, off of a Mustang for the Yasmina Dressen corner kick upcoming. This is the first of 4 quarterfinals to be played today. Williams Baptist University will take on Missouri Baptist University. Corner kick was another beauty from Dressen. It somehow made its way through everyone to the ground and out for the goal kick. The other 2 quarterfinals are Stevens College and William Woods University. Both of those taking place at 5 p.m., that Williams Baptist and Missouri Baptist contest. And then at 6 p.m. tonight, it's the University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy taking on Columbia College. That will determine the semifinal slate. That one played out by Kenzie Parker. Rosa Shellman will toss it in. Angeli angles it for Manley, gets it right back from Rachel. Shellman working towards the corner, and that one's played out for a deep throw-in. Nice job by Lexi Singmanavong that time to keep it from becoming yet another corner kick in the early going for Harris-Stowe. Manley able to control it. Left foot trying to center it up. Dressen comes back for it, trying to turn. Right-footed shot, and a save is made. Jamie Self going to the ground to her left. Able to cover it up. So Harris-Stowe, with all the momentum coming off of that equalizing goal from Anna Schulte, who has it at her feet, playing it out wide for Shellman now. And now the wind at their back. Rachel Manley coming in onside, and she's got the goal, her 13th of the year. And now it's a lead of 2-1 for Harris-Stowe. They've come from behind to take the lead. 40 minutes, 51 seconds left to go in the game. You felt it coming, and the Hornets have struck first here in the second half. Anna Schulte with her 11th goal in the first half. Rachel Manley's 13th of the year has put the Hornets on top, and now they are on their way to avenging that loss from earlier in the season, not only with the momentum, the wind at their back, and the last 2 goals now in this match. Bit of a high foot there from Manley, no call. Mustangs with possession here, but not for long as Ruckaburley steps in to make a play on it. And now some speed coming through from Mary Grace Angeli. She could not quite get on the end of it. Nice play made defensively at the last second by Singh Manavong. Trying to get that one up ahead to their teammate, Madeline Bodwig. And now it's Dressen working just outside of the 18, taken away over the side. "39 minutes left to play in this second half now. And after a goal from Victoria Loyola to open up the scoring for Central Baptist, it's been all Harris-Stowe. Scored with 7 minutes left in the first half and in the opening 5 minutes of this second. Katana Richards for Rachel Manley. She finds Mary Grace Angeli. Last person to beat is Holtquist. She tries to motor past her, but too far out in front of herself for the goal kick. Again, worth mentioning that these field conditions are very quick, even though this is a natural field. We have not had a ton of rain here in the St. Louis area over the last couple of months. So a hard surface and tightly mown as well, so the ball just gliding right across the top of it, and kind of the pace that you're used to seeing from an artificial surface soccer match from time to time. That's Angeli trying to hold it up, but could not do so before the goal kick. Ahead for this program, Lance Gordon has this team on a really good trajectory. But it's Harris-Stowe right now. Manley put it on net, smothered by Jamie Self. It came in right on the short hop, and she judged it well. And despite Self's club trailing 2-1, it's been a really good day in net for Jamie. Not a whole lot she could have done about the 2 goals that were scored by these Hornets. Good fight there from Kenzie Parker working against Anna Schulte, and now Petrangelo able to find an open Amanda Pereiras in the midfield, but she couldn't control. Now Manley goes wide for Yasmina Dressen. Into the middle, that gets past Angeli. Out over the far sideline, throw in for Harris-Stowe, or excuse me, this will be a Central Baptist throw upcoming. Katana Richards plays it up the sideline for Dressen, but she had it taken away. Now Richards takes it back. Not quite the pace that Angeli needed on that one. But a good idea from Harris-Stowe. They have continued to ask great questions of this Central Baptist team. Boy, and Harris-Stowe fans may have been thinking for a second, goodness gracious, not again against a team that just objectively, there's been a lot more success this year and going back to last year for Harris-Stowe compared to Central Baptist, but sometimes styles make fights. Central Baptist has proved to be a tough test for this Harris-Stowe team. They showed it again in the first half here today, jumping out to that 1-0 lead, but an excellent response from these Hornets, and the response that you would expect from an experienced bunch, one coming off of a tournament runner-up finish last year here in the American Midwest Conference, so they know what it takes. Harris-Stowe would love to add another goal to the board and make it a multi-goal lead, as Schulte gives chase for this one. Bodwig working towards the corner, had it played out by Petrangelo. Schulte, left-footed shot, and that's well wide. Couldn't quite curl it the way that she wanted to. Scored one with her right in the first half. And what a high-level goal that was by Anna Schulte. Shown a real ability to turn on the ball and then explode with a lot on that strike. And again, back in the first half, it was into the wind that Schulte picked up that goal. So, and just got over the head that time. And it goes in, a goal from Rachel Manley. Her second of the second half makes it 3-1, and the Hornets do have that multi-goal lead with 31 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the match. 3-1, Harris-Stowe on top of Central Baptist.
Harris-Stowe, 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 Harris-Stowe.
3 consecutive goals by Harris-Stowe State University. And now 31 minutes and 12 seconds are all that stand between these Hornets and the American Midwest Conference semifinals. Tall task ahead of Central Baptist with the wind in their face, and a Harris-Stowe bunch playing with a world of confidence now. Want to extend a huge thank you to all of you tuning in here on ATV. Another huge thank you to my partners Vidal and Jacquees, doing a great job. Mary Grace Angeli, rebound on the shot, and that one goes over the bar. What a run by Mary Grace. The sophomore nearly made it 4-1. An exciting, competitive match between these two. Has scored 2 goals now for Harris-Stowe in this match. She's up to 14 on the season. And Harris-Stowe looking to add on. Yasmina Dressen cutting it back towards the middle of the field. And now cleared away off the foot of Holtquist. Excuse me, that was Amanda Pereiras dropping back in defense. Pereiras giving chase with Bodwig. And now out over this near sideline for the Hornets throw-in. Rosa Shellman. And now Malou Hagedorn is into the game for Harris-Stowe, wearing the number 19 jersey. The senior hails from Germany with 3 assists and a goal on the season. We told you at the outset of this broadcast as that throw-in hops over the head of Mary Grace Angeli out for the goal kick, that Harris-Stowe came into this match outscoring their opponents on the season by a score of 48-16 overall. That's a ratio of 3 goals to 1, and that's exactly what we've got on the scoreboard right now. Singh Manavong into the wind with it. Dressen feeds it back in. Rachel Manley's onside, able to get past a defender, and she's got a hat trick in less than 25 minutes in the second half. I should say less than 20 minutes. Rachel Manley in half. All 3 of them courtesy of Rachel Manley. 4-1, 27 minutes, 45 seconds to play. Hard to believe that there was a matchup in the regular season between these two that was 2-0 Central Baptist. Harris-Stowe has come out in the second half with their hair on fire. And again, this is all momentum that stemmed from the end of the first half. A goal with just 7 minutes to go in the first half from Anna Schulte. And now the freshman has given way to the senior in the second half, Rachel Manley, trying to go out with a bang. End of her career here at Harris-Stowe. And we now have a change at keeper for Central Baptist and the Mustangs. It's now Bailey Wallerzik in net. Bailey Wallerzik, a junior from McKinney, Texas. 30 saves on 46 shots. 65.2% save percentage. As now Marley Lamoureux comes back into the game for Central Baptist. Here is Malheureux with it, plays it ahead for Bailey Williams. Williams comes to the near side. Good job by Pereiras to wait up for it, and now Schulte on the end of one, playing it towards the corner for Rachel Manley, and you'll see quite a bit of that going this direction. Even those balls that you try to play out in front of your teammate, you have to put a little less on it than you might expect. Even when the ball is on the ground, this wind is helping push it through the field. Rachel Manley will check out now. And she goes to the sideline with a huge round of applause coming from this great crowd that we have here at Harris-Stowe in this quarterfinal matchup. Played out that time by Ashley Holtquist. Emily Roos now into the game for Harris-Stowe. The freshman from Germany wearing the 25 jersey, replacing Rachel Manley. Long shot comes in on a hop from Ruckaburley. No problem that time for Wallerzik. Having trouble getting this one to the feet. Finally, Williams does so. Works it far side for victory. But it ends up with Katana Richards. Steps over it, leaves it off for, I believe that's Dressen over there. And we are now approaching the midway point of the second half with Harris-Stowe way out in front by a score of 4-1. This game was 1-0 Central Baptist back in the first half. 1-1 at halftime. Rachel Manley has exploded for a hat trick here in the second half. She did it in about 17 minutes of play. Unbelievable what Rachel Manley has done, and she's up to 15 goals on the year now for Rachel Manley. And just to put that in perspective, Central Baptist College has scored a total of 21 goals on the season. Manley has nearly matched that mark herself. Incredibly impressive year for her. Ashley Holtquist going to kick this one into the wind. Try to play one over the top for Mary Grace Angeli, and she's underneath it. Mary Grace, oh, good recovery at the last second. It's a corner kick, but Ashley Holtquist, the senior from Lafayette, Louisiana, with a clutch play right there to keep it from possibly becoming 5-1 Harris-Stowe. With that wind, and the sun has momentarily gone behind some clouds, but the sun is into the face of the keeper from this angle, so all of the factors working against Central Baptist weather-wise in this half. Oh, a shot came through, and it was saved by Wallerzik. Angeli well removed, taken off the ball here by Vittoria Loyola. She was the goal scorer for Central Baptist in the first half. Pop this one, forcing Williams to come back for it, able to get it for Kenzie Parker. Parker, the junior from Harrison, Arkansas, got it back to Williams. Bailey being marked here by Madeline Bodwig. Parker works it towards the end line and had her crossing attempt blocked by Rosa Shellman. It's a deep throw for Central Baptist College. Amanda Pereiras set to toss this one back into play, but first we have a substitution for Central Baptist. Sang Manavong comes back into this game, and she will replace Ashley Holtquist. New keeper in for Harris-Stowe as well here in the second half, replacing Andrea Montgomery is the freshman from France, Amélie Durupt, a 5'6" freshman, as Harris-Stowe is offside here. Durupt has 15 saves and has faced a total of 19 shots on the year. That is an excellent save percentage of 78.9%. One solo shutout, 2 combined shutouts on the year with Andrea Montgomery for Amélie Durupt. Mary Grace Angeli has been very active in this second half, using her speed, but Bailey Williams, great recovery in this quarterfinal matchup. Rosa Shellman crossing it and could not keep that one in. Goal kick. Wallerzik sends it towards midfield. Roos went wide with it. Good job to win that ball by Yasmina Dressen. She has been excellent here today. Schulte cut off initially there by Sierra Victory. Now Dressen will switch the field to this near side. She finds Madeline Bodwig. And a huge collision from behind. No whistle. And Malou Hagedorn was run into. Entered the game for the injured Victoria Loyola. Looked like, didn't seem like there was any blood, but she was holding her nose area where she had run into the back of Malou Hagedorn of Harris-Stowe. These Hornets have made a furious comeback. They trailed 1-0 in the first half to Central Baptist College, and Anna Schulte picked up what I believe play. Layla Weston is into the game as well now for Harris-Stowe and the Hornets. Weston, a sophomore from England. And now Rucka Burley will go all the way back to net. Durupt, now the keeper in the second half for Harris-Stowe. Just over 16 minutes remain in this one. Again, this one of 4 quarterfinals to be played today. 2 more coming your way at 5 o'clock and then 6 p.m. for the final quarterfinal of the day. This is going to be a goal kick for Durup. Excellent crowd on hand for this conference tournament game here at Harris-Stowe State. Love to see these student athletes support each other across sports. Out for a Harris-Stowe throw-in. Nice flick into the corner, but it was offsides. Mara Waltrich, the guilty party that time for Harris-Stowe. Seen Katana Richards a number of times today use her size to get up for that first touch, and certainly that's an advantage to have that height and be able to get up for that first touch, but her timing is also so good defensively, and then she's able to settle that ball to herself as well. Sometimes you'll see players go up for that initial header and it's not really going anywhere in particular. Richards showing deft touch and control in this match. It's another corner kick upcoming for the Hornets with 13 minutes and 35 seconds. They play it back as they go short to Richards. She's upended, and now a counter attack being sprung here by the Mustangs. Up the far sideline, Jade Love had it taken away. A couple of players go down for Central Baptist. Katana Richards is still down for Harris-Stowe on this end. Waltrich could not get it on net. Goal kick upcoming. Katana still down on the ground in some pain. Our referee goes over to check on her, and Richards will work her way back to her feet. Substitution for Central Baptist as Kenzie Parker heads to the sideline. And nice to see Victoria Loyola back into the game. She had the goal in the first half for Central Baptist, her third goal of the season. Try to get it to Weston on this near side and do. And she could not save it. She got there in time. Trying to angle it back towards the corner, and it goes over the end line for the goal kick. Wind pushing that ball over this near side. Rosa Shellman will throw this one back for Ellie Hickey, a sophomore from England. Katana Richards stepping up. Little extra contact from Ashley Holtquist draws the whistle there. "11 minutes remaining in this one. 4-1. Harris-Stowe leads behind a hat trick in the second half alone from Rachel Manley. From well out, that one comes on from Malou Hagedorn. Good save made by Wallerzik. No chance for the rebound. Loyola giving chase to this near side. Shellman will throw in now. Hickey feeds it ahead for Hagedorn. Waltrich going to work on the far side, but it's Sierra Victory winning the ball. She got it right back from Jade Love. And now Waltrich ends up with it. Mara feeding it towards the corner, and the Hornets will run out of gas before they can run it down. Got a yellow card being issued here. I believe it was given to Amanda Pereiras. Rachel Manley has since checked out of this game after her 3 goals in this second half. This is going to be Malou Hagedorn once again on the free kick. She put the last one on net. 9.5 minutes to play. Hagedorn will ask for her 10. And now that 4-woman clock was stuck at 9:30 for a little bit. Now it's rolling. Players getting tangled up on that far side now. late in the second half. Petrangelo throws in. Loyola got it right back from Pereiras and then could not find her a second time. Thrown right back in by Marley Lamoureux. Petrangelo will toss it in. Seven and a half minutes left in regulation. 4 straight goals for Harris-Stowe. Lost a regular season contest down in Arkansas against Central Baptist 2-0 in the regular season. The Mustangs go up 1-0 in the first half of this one. A goal from Vittoria Loyola, equalized by Anna Schulte for Harris-Stowe. And then 3 goals from Rachel Manley in the second half. Now on the restart, here's Ashley Holtquist. Petrangelo got it into the feet of Pereiras, who flicks it in. Harris-Stowe trying to turn it back the other way. Good job positioning that time by Lamoureux. Here's Weston with it. Holtquist back to Singh Manavong. Petrangelo working with Lamoureux. Now Bailey Williams with a touch. Trying to play it wide for Samara Hernandez. Samara runs it down. She's met on that far side, but it goes out off of the Hornets' last. Sierra Bryant, the junior from Hayes, Kansas, in the game for Harris-Stowe. Katana Richards cutting off that long pass attempt. And now Katana Richards springing in attack once again. Schulte, the through ball attempt. It comes here to this near side for Weston.